GTA 5 released on PC recently, and considering it was one of the fastest selling games on Steam, on top of the fact it's been released on the PlayStations 3, 4, and Xboxes 360 and 1, chances are if you're watching this video you've probably played the game already, and might even own a copy or two. I reviewed the game last generation, and my feelings on the story and its online capabilities haven't changed, but since then GTA Online has added heists, the entire game now has a first-person point-of-view mode, and with access to beefier PC hardware, the whole grand experience should be better, right? Well, mostly yes. Graphically, GTA 5 needed this PC release. The higher resolution textures, the much faster frame rates, and the more crowded streets make Los Santos even more vibrant than before. I'm not going to argue which is superior for the game, mouse and keyboard versus controller, because, believe it or not, I like to use both and switch pretty regularly on the fly. Controllers are great for driving and flying, while mouse and keyboard are good for shooting and playing in first-person mode. And the first-person point-of-view mode is definitely a welcome change. As excited as I was to give it a try, and as thrilling as the experience can be in first-person, I think I still prefer third-person point-of-view mode as my default way of playing. First-person point of view has the added benefit of being more immersive, that much is true, but the game also has a pretty limited field of vision. I'm not one to typically harp on about FOV, but in this case, the FOV was more problematic, giving me headaches after playing for 20 minutes or more at a time. Even at its maximum setting, the FOV still feels terribly claustrophobic. That, in combination with the dynamic zoom system the game has in place, I felt like I was suffering from tunnel vision. In third-person point of view, I have the benefit of seeing much more of my periphery, giving me a better sense of my surroundings. No, it's not as immersive, but in third-person point of view, I can see someone attacking me from one of my sides, or functionally, I can properly use some of the game's tools like hooks on helicopters and tow trucks. When playing multiplayer, third-person point of view feels like the best way to go because of the constant action going on everywhere. But when I'm lazily playing in the single-player portion of the game, I'll experiment more with first-person. Riding bikes and driving motorcycles in first-person point of view is my favorite. On paper, the new heists are truly fantastic. As someone who was addicted to Payday 2 for a long time, it's nice to see more games pulling off group heist mechanics well. In GTA Online, the host has the option to assign each party member a specific task that needs to be pulled off in synchronized precision. These heists are daring, bombastic, they're multi-stage affairs, they pay well, and most importantly, they're challenging, so your average Joe probably won't be able to do it well on their first try. But they aren't perfect, and GTA Online is definitely in need of a few patches. For starters, the matchmaking system in GTA Online is sort of a hot mess. There's no way to set a fixed group of players to go into and out of missions or world instances together, or for friends to be automatically sided up with one another. There are workarounds to the problems, but there aren't solutions. If you aren't playing heists with a group of friends, the random strangers the game pairs you up with might actually make you want to skip them altogether. Though heists are unlocked and available to hosts at level 12, for some reason, the game thinks it's okay to put someone who's level 3 into the lobby of one of the hardest missions in the game. But that's only a taste of what's wrong with the heists. Friends that I've played with and I all experienced regular heist loading, crashes, and freezes. They would occur during setup and preparation, during the heists themselves, and sometimes they'd even happen after the heist while trying to load back into public GTA Online. While crashes are bad enough on their own, you also have to keep in mind that the load times for GTA Online are absolutely dreadful. They're make a sandwich and grab a drink long. If a player crashes during a heist, it's automatic game over for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're 2 feet from the finish line. It doesn't matter if you've spent 90 minutes trying to pull off something incredibly hard. All of the work of you and your friends will go down the drain in a matter of seconds, and it won't be anyone's fault but the game's. Here's a quick example rundown of my experience with the Prison Breakout heist, which to this day I still haven't completed. First try, too many player deaths, reload. Second try, too many player deaths, reload. Third try, made it to the exit, game glitches, and claims that the Mission Essential NPC died even though he was safe and sound in his own airplane, far from harm, with no police in pursuit. Reload. 4th try. Game doesn't glitch, but one player's game crashes mere seconds from the stage exit. Reload. 5th try. Too many player deaths. Reload. 6th try. Game crash. Reload. I'm summarizing. I'm certain there were more tries than what I'm mentioning here. I don't mind needing to replay because of player error. Practice makes perfect. But when the majority of the retries were due to game errors or crashes, then something is wrong. The game doesn't give players a few minutes of opportunity to reconnect. It simply pulls the plug and demands the players to try again. And that's after the long load times and fighting the really terrible grouping mechanics. And the long load times aren't simply attached to the heists either, and it doesn't matter if you're using an SSD or not. It's a long load time into the game. It's a long load time into GTA Online. It's a long load time to launch each mission. It's a long load time to go into a player lobby. It's a long load time out of that lobby when you find out the game sent you an invite to a lobby that's already full, so now you have to go back into GTA Online Public. It's a long load time when you find out you've timed out of GTA Online, and then you have to go back into the single player, and then it's a long load time again to get back into GTA Online. But my gosh, there's no other game on the market like it, and it really is addictive, and the sheer amount of detail they put into this tiny world is astounding. At this point, I've completed the single player 3 times across the platforms, and my character is level 106 in GTA Online, and every day I'm seeing something new in the game. If you're looking for a hot single player experience, GTA 5 is a must-have. If you're looking for an online experience, GTA Online needs a patch or two, and I would highly recommend going in with a friend or two. The fun definitely outweighs all the negative points in this game, and for $60, I can't think of another game that gives as much value with its massive variety of game modes and its open world that begs for exploration. Rockstar already released one patch, and if I were a gambling man, I'd bet there's another one in the future. Now, if you'll pardon me, I really need to try and break a Walter White lookalike out of prison. This video is made possible through generous fan donations on Patreon.